May I speak in the name of our God of love. Amen. I have to admit that I find this morning's gospel reading a little bit difficult. Whenever I read it, I'm reminded of those helpful people I've encountered in my faith journey. I don't know if you've ever experienced the same. The people who helpfully remind me that God doesn't give you more than you can handle. And my other favourite, God is testing you. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Friends, may I prayerfully suggest that's rubbish. God does not send us pain or suffering. But I know this is a difficult Lent for some of you. And for anyone struggling with anxiety or any issue, these can be difficult words. Deny yourself, says Jesus. Take up your cross. Follow me. Take up your cross. For the disciples hanging on to every word of Jesus, the cross was not yet a symbol of salvation or God's grace. They lived in an occupied land. The cross represented one of the most horrific methods of execution, used to terrorize a suppressed people. We are a long way from the disciples believing in it as a symbol of hope. And imagine, as a disciple, you've given up everything, leaving homes, family, jobs, to follow this unconventional, itinerant teacher who eats with so-called sinners, who perhaps might even drink too much now and again, who speaks truth to religious power at the risk of his and your own safety and life, who attracts crowds wherever he goes, who inspires and confuses you in equal measure, heals the sick, raises the dead, feeds thousands, and is touched by and engages with horror of horrors, an unclean, bleeding woman. And now he delivers this image of unspeakable suffering and expects you to buy into it. No wonder Peter is confused. Where is grace? Where is love? Where is hope? It's at odds with those beautiful verses in Hosea, I desire mercy, not sacrifice. Words that Jesus himself quotes in Matthew's Gospel. The world says, suit yourself, grab all you can, follow your passion. It's all about you. Jesus says, deny yourself, grab your cross, and follow me. I really found helpful what American pastor Nadia Bolz-Weber has to say about this reading. And with General Synod and the difficult discussions going on there right now, part of it also feels pertinent. She says this: this message has been perverted to say, if you want to be a follower of Jesus, you must deny your queerness, pick up your cross of heterosexuality and follow him. Or deny your dignity, pick up your cross of domestic abuse, or any abuse, and follow him. But when Jesus says deny yourself, maybe it means denying the self that wants to see itself as separate from God and others. Or perhaps, friends, it means for us, deny self-loathing. Deny the voices that say you're not good enough. Deny the self that thinks it can do everything alone. None of us can do everything alone. Deny the self that speaks from anywhere other than a place of love towards the people you may not like, and especially towards yourself. Deny the voice that tells you you're too old, too young, not clever enough, or will never amount to anything. They are not of God. Jesus didn't come to change God's mind about us. He came to change our minds about God. So we stop those denials that are not of love. And we die to the self that fears dying, that fears illness, that fears loving, or that even cannot trust anymore. I am not, by any means, trying to suggest any of this is easy. Discipleship is not meant to be a breeze. Surrendering totally to God is scary stuff. And I mean scary. It means giving up our self-control and putting our broken lives into the hands of grace, not knowing where it will lead us. And when I did that, it led me here. I say this because I've been there, and at times that trust still takes a daily effort, because like all of us, I'm human and I mess up and I doubt. I doubt about my future. I doubt a lot about my health. I doubt about being good enough to stand up and talk to you all. And getting out of those habits takes a lifetime of faith and trust. Like Peter, we naturally put our mind on human things and cling to the crosses in our lives that fuel the narrative that we are less than, rather than the cross of love, which helps us to die to self. Thanks be to God, there is another way. I was given these words from a very wise priest at the beginning of my ministry, and they are taken from Marianne Williamson's book, Return to Love. They apply to every single one of us here. For those who were at our Lent group on Wednesday evening, which Reverend Kath led us, we were encouraged by similar words. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? Your playing small does not serve the world. You are a child of God. We are all meant to shine. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us, and it is within everyone. As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, we automatically liberate others. Friends, in these anxious and fearful times, in this season of Lent, I pray that we are all able to deny, to give up the voices that tell us we are not enough, and to know the truth in those beautiful words, so we can take our cross of love into the world. Amen.